set, where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying?
Now, I'm going to do a reaction commentary to this video. Jiu-Jitsu, just a street hero takes a stand. Because in this video, I think the Jiu-Jitsu guy demonstrates some very, very good technique. And if people are wondering what someone that is not Jiu-Jitsu could glean from watching Jiu-Jitsu, I'm telling you that the Jiu-Jitsu moves are already in what a lot of us do that do the punch kick forms. They're in the what we call retracting moves. Or some people call them negative moves, or some people call them in between moves. If your style hasn't already removed them, all the stuff where you prepare to do the move and you come down, or you pull back and punch, or you do this, stack hands, you normally do them down here. Some schools do them up by the ribs, some people do it down by the belt, some people do something that looks like this. Think about whenever you're doing something like this, you're holding someone here in the body. Whenever you step across, when you cross, you can't see my legs cross. Whenever you cross your legs in a form, you could also think about that those legs are wrapped around someone. And that would mean imagining you not just doing your form standing on your feet, but doing them laying down on your back, doing them kneeling, doing them sitting down. Start off laying on your side and do a form and see what kind of moves come to you. But in addition to doing that, of course, I would say take a judo and jiu-jitsu. That's what I did. I went and also got a black belt in judo. And people have been feeding me jiu-jitsu and hapkido always along the way. I don't know if a lot of you really know this or not, but correct me if I'm wrong, someone, but I do believe that once upon a time, people always took like karate and jiu-jitsu, taekwondo and judo, or taekwondo and judo, or karate and judo, or taekwondo and hapkido, some type of punch kick with some type of grab, some type of striking with some type of grappling. Because if you need a simple defense, a strike will do you. But if you need to hold somebody down and subdue them, even though they're being violent, but you don't want to necessarily do damage to them for whatever various reasons, you can't. That's what this stuff is really good for. Even yes, the ground fighting that a lot of people like to put down, if it's really just you against another person, and you're sure they're not armed, that's when this stuff really comes in handy, in my opinion.
This guy was supposedly beating up on his girlfriend, and unfortunately for him, he ran into a jiu-jitsu brown belt.
See how his arms are here? Like I said, that's that stack hand motion here that you'll see in a lot of forms where people they have you pull back, they have you do the X. See how the arms fall on top of each other? You're building those muscles up, so that when you're taught that, it fits right in.
And the rest is history.
Baby,
You're not my baby. You a
you're lucky that I'm not the
Legs crossed. If you stood him up, you would think he's doing that move where people jump up and land on the land on the floor with their feet across and their arms across and they're hitting down like this. I want to get my messy bed in the shot. You would think that he was doing this. Here, cross, here, my stance. Stance is bent. Okay. Stance is an X. And you think his legs were crossed. Okay. Application for that.
type to fuck you up.
Alright, well, I'm ready. Y'all beat me up. Let me go to jail. I'm not that type of nigga. Y'all looking at shit from one side of the scope.
Yeah, he said people only looking at it from one side of the scope. Guy that's being held down is saying that people only looking at it from one side. I do think there could be some truth to that. I don't know. I wasn't there. All I'm going off is the internet is telling me that this man was beating his girlfriend and the jiu-jitsu brown belt intervened. That could be true. So that's one thing you do have to keep in mind whenever you're intervening in any type of domestic situation. You don't know whether it's one-sided violence or whether they're both being violent. And when you come around the corner, it's just that one person's getting the better of the other one when it could have started off that he was actually being beaten severely. You don't know. So I'm just gonna say you just got to be careful because unless you're there from the beginning, you don't know. But I mean, I have compassion. I wouldn't want someone to just stand there and watch someone else get beaten to death either. So.
Oh my God! Yeah, right here we got a woman beater, guys.
My bad, man. You understand? I can't breathe.
Now, a lot of the comments I'm not going to scroll through are saying, "Oh, he's exaggerating by saying he can't breathe." No, if somebody's knees are around your rib cage, especially around the lower ribs here, yes, that can interfere with your ability to breathe. The stress of the situation can interfere with his ability to breathe. So you have to be careful when you're doing that, which the jiu-jitsu guy is being careful.
The more you relax, the better you can breathe.
Stop yelling.
This guy.
So, there you go. He used his moves to not hurt this guy. I don't know the full scope of it, but all I know is he used martial arts to not hurt someone, but to restrain someone and to keep them there until the police arrived. And in this instance, nobody else jumped in. So this was an instance where the whole go to the ground thing does work because he was able to keep the guy held down. Now, all you naysayers and want to talk about size and this and all that. We could argue what ifs and what abouts forever. But we can't argue that in this instance, this was a good use of martial arts technique. This is a good argument for why you may want to have more than one type of arsenal, one type of weapon in your bag of martial arts tricks. I would say if I were to tell anything to this jiu-jitsu person, I would say, you got your jiu-jitsu down, so go ahead and learn some type of karate or something. Or some type of Western boxing too. My favorite food groups, some type of punch kicky thing, some type of Western boxing, and some type of wrestling thing. You put those in and you branch out from there, or maybe decide to go with internal arts, I don't see how you could go wrong. Even if you manifest in one style, having exposure to those other types of things, I think it'd do you some good. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe to share with people like to talk about the martial arts in peace. And as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.